Well, my brother, this is what it's like to actually be in the trenches. It's 6.5 weeks until my first ever natural bodybuilding show. I'm weak, I'm tired, I'm depleted, I'm freaking starving, and I've been awake since 1 a.m. and it's now 6 p.m. So it's been quite some time since I've slept, and I'm sleep deprived. I won't lie to you. This has been just one of those days where everything is on hard mode, and I have to accept responsibility because I did this to myself. I chose a life of pain, suffering, and challenge in order to be somewhat above average. And I definitely made it worse today by making a series of completely suboptimal decisions. So the night before, I went to sleep around 8. No, that's a lie. It was about 9 p.m. last night when I finally got to sleep after editing my video. And I thought I would sleep through the night all the way until my 4 a.m. alarm because I was exhausted. But something woke me up at 1 a.m. and it just wouldn't let me fall back asleep. The insomnia monster was sitting on my shoulder and absolutely just not letting me have it. And that's okay because I've gotten very used to dealing with insomnia. I've had it on and off my whole life, so it's no biggie. I'm no longer allowing it to cuck me. I am the one doing the cucking now. I am no longer letting insomnia make me a poor little victim. But nonetheless, when it got to about nearly 3 a.m, I decided, man, enough is enough. I'm not falling back asleep. It's time to get up and start my day. Because I had another early morning shift today, starting at 6:30. And I decided, why not go to the gym before so that my mind would be clear and I could spend the rest of the day doing what must be done, because gym right now is the highest leverage activity for me prepping for this show. But I'm also working on a secondary goal, which is saving as much money as possible for the next stage of my plan. And this is how I'm doing it. I'm renting this van, and just grinding out deliveries as much as my recovery will allow. And today, I definitely pushed it way too much and way too ridiculously. I've only just started this run. It's about 6 p.m. and I have 127 stops left. And you might be wondering, Matt, what the hell are you doing? Go get to work, record the video afterwards. But I realized, man, I'm exhausted. I need some more energy. How am I going to get more energy? Should I go for the caffeine? Probably not a good idea. It's way too late for that. Should I maybe go for the nicotine? That's new. I've never experimented that before. And then I immediately said, no, terrible idea. Do I maybe go for the natural alternative, the raw honey and bee pollen? Yes, I will indeed be scooping it throughout the rest of the day just to stay alive. But what I realized is the most energy producing activity I can do is getting on here and sharing the journey with you in real time, completely authentically, without trying to act like anyone I'm not. This is the journey. This is what it's like to be in the trenches. And it's not easy. It's not fun sometimes, but I'm learning so many lessons about what I'm actually capable of when I stop being a whiny little bitch, just put emotions aside and start operating a bit more robotically. I think that's a skill every young man should develop, is to learn how to just be a robot at times when you need to. But also you need to know when to tap into human side, reflect, and turn on your emotions. And speaking of turning on your emotions, I made some very emotional decisions today because insomnia and sleep deprivation make it so much easier to start being a little bit of a slave to your feelings. And that's completely down to me. That's just extra resistance, right? That's more challenge to overcome, isn't it? But this freaking buffoon inside of me, this emotional goblin, the cuck goblin as I called him, he decided to front load a massive dose of caffeine earlier in the day. From 4 a.m. to 10 a.m, I consumed a total of about 1,000 milligrams of caffeine, and boy, have I crashed hard. It's been, 8 hours since my last caffeine dose, and I'm coming down. So the only way to bring myself back up and to finish the day strong, crank out these deliveries. This is just the front. This is just the first 20 stops. I caught the rest in the back. But as I do them, the only thing that will keep me focused is to repress my emotions, focus on the task at hand, breathe, minimize any excess thoughts that aren't necessary, dab some raw honey and bee pollen when necessary. And this right here, this is going to be the thing that puts the pep in my step more than anything else, because I told you, I made a sacred promise to you and to myself that for the next 100 days I was going to get on here and speak from the heart no matter how I felt. And believe me, today was the opposite of feeling like it. It was literally the last thing I wanted to do. But I knew that after putting myself into this mode where, at first it's a bit uncomfortable, it's a bit, resistance. On the other side of that comes the energy, comes the flow state, comes the actual enjoyment, because this is like the major project, like creative sort of project that I'm dedicating my time to. And moving forward, I am doing my best to make this whole schedule of mashing as many deliveries as possible less chaotic. I will update you as I go, just to share everything, lay it all out on the line. But essentially, today was not it. Today was not a day for anti-chaos. Today was a very, very chaotic day, starting with an early morning shift. And then I had to go get the freaking rental van replaced at the drive. I've been driving so much. I've been, I trained, I've eaten. This is truly a test day. This is a day that shows me who I am, what I'm capable of. And this is going to be one of those days where I'm going to look back on this recording when I'm sitting in my villa in Thailand, and I'll be like, you saucy bugger, you absolute legend. Thank you for putting in this work and going through this much discomfort to make this reality possible. But that's it. I truly hope that no matter how hard things get for you, keep a positive attitude. But when you just can't twist your way into positivity, I urge you, switch off your emotions and default back to robot. Proceed like a droid and you won't go wrong. And remember, no matter how foggy, chaotic the world is, no matter how much noise there is around you, return to taking relentless action with violent clarity.